lady. Boss lady. You the boss lady.
Hi, welcome to the Vegas Boss Lady Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Merton, aka Lady C. And once again, you're watching episode 5 of Vegas Boss Lady Podcast. This podcast is to help inspire and empower women to help them find their inner boss lady, especially when it comes to dealing with everyday issues such as jobs, relationship with family, just in general. So this is to help inspire women and to empower women to help find your inner boss lady within you. Also, thank you guys for liking my episodes, liking my channel. Please subscribe. Click on all the links. Follow all the links and everything below. I appreciate you guys. Now, today we're going to talk about red flags in a relationship. That's right, because I think that's important because a lot of times when people enter in relationships, you don't really know what to look for. You always saying like, I'm not going to get no person that's going to treat me wrong or do this or do that. But it's a lot of relationships out here that people is in and they don't even recognize that it's a lot of red flags in a relationship. Do you even know what the red flags are? So today's episode is going to talk about red flags in a relationship. Shout out to Lisa Romano, The Road Back to Me. That is her book. You guys need to cop that. It's a very inspiring book. It talks about her codependency. It talks about self-love, her road finding herself, And she actually speaks on red flags in a relationship. So I thought it would be nice to go ahead and give these tools and give this to you guys to inspire you. So if you're in a relationship right now and you don't know what to look for, I'm here to teach you. All right, red flags in a relationship. Number 1, it says they change suddenly in behavior. So your partner, vice versa. If you're in a relationship and all of a sudden everything is going good and all of a sudden, boom, something switching changes and you're trying to figure out what's going on, like they was so loving in the beginning and then all of a sudden now they kind of feel like, they don't even want you touching them or they can't stand to be around you. That is a red flag. Now, am I saying one day somebody is moody and they don't want you touching them? No, I'm talking about this is a pattern, people. Red flags is a pattern. All of a sudden you guys been having a good time and then boom, they switch up on you. They're either overly too strong or they just ghost you altogether. So that is the number 1 thing. A sudden change in the behavior in your relationship. Second thing is the way the person speaks to you has changed, right? Like the level of respect. Like it's like I forgot that one song say there's levels to this. So the level of respect needs to be there at all times in a relationship. And a lot of times we're in relationships and people cross the line, I'm not saying once or twice you guys argue and some things be said. No, I'm talking about the way they speak to you. They speaking at you now and not to you. They're not respecting you as a person, as their girlfriend or boyfriend or as their husband or wife. They're speaking at you and speaking down to you. These are things you have to look for in a relationship. That is number 2. That is a red flag. The level of attentiveness. So, if y'all start out, and of course, everybody has the honeymoon stage, but I mean, like even after that stage, if y'all still have the level of attentiveness to each other, then that means that, his or her attention is all about you. Now, if it goes to the point where they stop, listening to you, paying attention to you, ignoring you, daydreaming off somewhere and you trying to talk, that's a red flag. That means they got something else on their mind and it might be something that's occupying their mental space. So you need to look out for that. The third thing is it starts an argument over nothing. Now, this to me is the number 1, especially when it comes to men and women in a relationship. If it's just like girlfriend, boyfriend, a lot of times the man typically starts, or the woman, but a lot of times men typically starts argument with women because that's their excuse to bounce, right? So it's kind of like that. It's like starting arguments because you didn't, put salt on, I don't know, whatever, just anything to get out the house, or using that as an excuse to escape or go out or go cheat or go do something that maybe if y'all wasn't in an argument, it wouldn't even happen. So that's another red flag. The fourth one is they lie about facts. They lie about everything. Everything that you thought was the truth is all a lie. Just lying. Okay? Try to pay attention to all of what just happened. Sometimes when people lie so much, they forget their lie, and then they loop you in a whole bunch of confusion. So pay attention to the facts. What is they lying about? They love to want to run you around in circles, making you confused on what is being said. Okay, well, perfect example. Well, where did you go? What time you come home last night? Or where did you go last night? And they're giving you all this run around and causing a whole bunch of confusion. That's definitely a red flag. The fifth one is rumors. When you're having a lot of rumors that they seeing your girlfriend or your boyfriend out at the club shaking it or whatever, and you hearing all this, or, oh, she was in the car with such and such. Sometimes people do hate on your relationship and they say little things to get stuff started. But a lot of times, still pay attention to a lot of rumors. If you're hearing a lot of rumors, a lot of things going on about your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever was said, pay attention to that. That may be something you need to look into. Maybe not accusing the person, but at least observing, looking at what's being said to you and evaluating that. The sixth one is, and everybody kind of know this one, when they start acting funny with the phone. If they start acting funny with the phone, that is definitely a red flag. If they got to sleep with the phone, if they can't get up and leave the phone anywhere, they taking it like it's their personal, I don't know, whatever, they can't sit it down. They're always on the phone. That's definitely a red flag. Okay, we don't need to go into that. You guys pretty much know. Okay. The seventh thing is if they never invite you to their place. Like if you've been dating for a while and then you never ever seen their place, that's a red flag. They don't want you to see where they live. Why? Is it because they live with the family? Is it because they got a whole family somewhere they don't know about? You don't know about? If they never invite you to their crib, I think that is the number one. Why? Yeah, okay, some people maybe not be as established as others, and sometimes people get embarrassed about going to people's place, but still, they should be able to invite you, That's the point of being in a relationship. You got to be open and honest. If they don't, that's a red flag. That's something like, something is not right there. And this one goes back to about lying about everything. If you start catching them in little white lies, even little white lies, sometimes they lying just about the littlest thing. It's like, if you lying about this, I need to maybe backtrack and think about what else you lying about. They just telling you all these little white lies. Why lie? There's no reason to lie. People lie to cover up things. So you shouldn't really be lying in the first place. But if you're starting to catch them in a lot of lies, that definitely is number 8. That's a number 8 red flag, okay? Number 9, they have friends of the opposite sex, okay? They have friends of the opposite sex, which means it's okay to have friends of the opposite sex, but if it's like real flirtatious, every time they're together, it's a whole flirtatious thing, you know what I'm saying? It's getting too sexual based. You may want to evaluate that. That is a red flag. That they have some type of history there. You can be cool with your friend, but you don't be flirtatious with your friend. That's taking it to a whole different level, which means you've had a history. People love to be like, oh, that's just my friend. Yeah. Number 10, they flake on you all the time. So anytime y'all set a date for something, you call them, oh, they can't make it. It's just, a whole bunch of flaking here, flaking there, missing appointments and all that. That's definitely a red flag. And then they come home and give you over-exaggerated stories. No simple stories. A liar lies big sometimes. They lie about the most exaggerated thing, and you're like, really? You know, that's definitely a red flag. You have to be the one to determine whether or not that's something exaggerated, but you get what I'm saying. It's something overly exaggerated. Or, your little spidey senses. All women have it. We have them spidey senses. So, spidey senses is if you getting the feeling that every time they're telling you something, it don't sound right. 9 times out of 10 women, ladies, boss ladies, just look into that. Because a lot of times we have good intuition and we don't ever follow it. So follow your intuition on that. Number 12, you are the one that's pulling the family along. Meaning you're supporting everything. But your partner still feels like, they still blame you. Like you're never doing enough. But you're doing everything. And they don't see that. It's a problem. You come home, you have to work in 12-hour shift. You come home and you're cooking and cleaning and you take care of the kids. And then they're just still blaming you for stuff. Like, come on, man. You're not seeing that I'm working, I'm tired, I'm doing the most, and you still blaming me. That's a person that's a red flag. That means a lot of times when people is blaming you, they're blaming themselves, but they projecting out onto you. So pay attention to that. Number 13, start insulting you for no reason. Absolutely. Same thing with the blame. If they blame you and insult you out of the blue and you're doing the best and you know you're doing the best and you don't have no regrets or anything, but it's still a problem with you, with only you, that lets you know that's a red flag. That means they either have met somebody and everything is wrong with you and they want to be with that other person, or it means something, but you guys got to talk about it or you need to pay attention. So this is just stuff to help you pay attention to within your relationship or before you even get in relationships. A lot of times we meet men and we don't pay attention to the red flags. We think that's something normal. So again, this is just to give you something to look for. Self-awareness. Like I say, I talk about being self-aware. So this is being aware in a relationship. All right. They won't add you on social media. Number 14. Okay, last one. They will not add you on social media. That is the number one. They block you from Facebook. They block you from Instagram. Or they maybe give you one little page on Facebook and got 25,000 pages somewhere else. Definitely a red flag. They're hiding something. Why do you not put me on Instagram? Why do you not claim me as your woman? Why do you not do these things that a real base couple would do? That means they're hiding something. It's something they don't want you to see. It's something that they're doing that they don't want you to see. So definitely take a look at that. Again, red flags in a relationship. And also, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I appreciate your patience with me with this. And again, it only gets better from here. And so I hope this helps someone. It's just like, well, once again, something to look forward to in a relationship if you're in a relationship. If not, these are the red flags that you maybe need to write down. So when you do get in a relationship, you know what to look for. Because let me tell you, men and women, okay, this is a cold world. So you need to be aware of what you're getting yourself into. First of all, you have to be aware of yourself. So this is what Boss Lady is all about. Get in tune with yourself. Then that way you will be aware when you're going into relationships, when you're meeting these people that lie to you and do this. And I'm a victim of it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of women out there is a victim of this. So this is just some red flags to help you take a look at it. If he's lying a lot, if he's blaming you and demeaning you, if he's hiding things, this is stuff you look for. So you don't want to be a victim or, 10, 20 years down the road, you're finding out he has a whole marriage, a family, and this and that. It's because we ignore these red flags in relationships and we need to address them. Okay, so definitely also tarot reading. I do tarot reading, okay? Tarot card reading is something that is near and dear to me, and I am going to be doing a reading today, so definitely click on the link below to get you down to the tarot reading video. But I hope you guys enjoy this. Once again, it pays the cost to be the boss. You guys have a good evening, and thank you. I love you guys so much. Please hit that like bell, subscription button, hit all that. Go to my website. My new website is in the links below as well. Sign up on the email sign-up letter so you'll get all the latest events, every newsletters, events, different things that I post. I'm gonna be posting more, so be looking out for that. And also, again, I do a tarot reading for 2021, so it's just gonna be for a collective. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what y'all think. Click on that link. It's going to take you over to that video. Have a good day. Once again, pays the cost to be the boss. You guys, enjoy yourselves.
Lady, you the lady, lady, you the lady.